Hey guys, how are you all doing? This is Fazan and you're watching Fazi Fitness. So Brandon Curry's trainer posted this update of the former Mr. Olympia, hitting the most muscular shot at 3.5 weeks out of this year's Mr. Olympia. It is kinda interesting. If you look at one of his pictures from last year's prep and put them side by side, I don't think anyone will be able to point out which one is the recent one. Now, he does look bigger in the old picture, but that can also mean that they are really trying to bring him in the most shredded condition, which the fans and the bodybuilding world really want to see. Because if you guys remember last year, their plan was to come in big and full as a house. They weren't trying to bring him peeled to the bone. So we all know not having the enough detail and the separation, especially in the lower half, that has always been his major criticism. So let's see how this new approach works out for him this time. And that is in fact the most important factor. And that is gonna be the deciding factor on where he places at this year's Mr. Olympia. Because if we talk about his upper body, he probably has one of the best upper halves in the men's open right now. Call it round, call it bubbly, call it 3D. Brandon fits perfectly, but the decisive factor will be his lower body. And in my opinion, you cannot count him out. And here is the reason. So conditioning wise, last year he was really off. And if he was just a little bit tighter, with that impressive size that he brought, I think he would have placed ahead of Nick Walker. So the California Pro Champion from this year, Ross Patrick, is looking really impressive at 3.5 weeks out of this year's Mr. Olympia. He does not have the size yet, we all know that, especially in the upper body. And we all know the size game on the Olympia stage is on a different level. So he is gonna play by his strengths, and that is coming in shredded to the bone, the way he did at Cali Pro, and the way he did at Toronto Pro. Not every competitor that gets to the Olympia stage has the immense success in terms of placing high, like for instance Nick Walker or Samson Dauda, who placed 5th and 6th respectively at their Olympia debuts. So these two are great examples in the recent past. So Ross knows he needs more size, and that's just about the upper half. He has one of the most incredible legs in the men's open right now. He's gonna be way more competitive after he goes through another full off season. So cannot wait to see his pro career. And he is the one to watch out for in the future. Next up, we have a classic physique update from a top 5 Olympian of 2022, Mike Somerfield. The judges wanted to see a more developed back, and Mike is gonna give it to them. As classic as this guy is, he might have a hard time at the Olympia this year. I am talking about retaining that top 5 position, because Terence Ruffin is gonna be a huge factor at this year's Mr. Olympia. And we only expect Breon Ansley to look even better than last year, because even an over-dieted Breon, that was good enough for the judges to give him a top 4 spot, and someone has to place outside of the top 5. Mike has got a great physique, there's no doubt about that. But he did lose to Alex Cambronero at this year's Arnold Classic, and Mike did look really impressive at that show as well. So it is gonna be a real challenge for Mike in this upcoming Mr. Olympia. He moved up from 7th to 5th spot in just 1 year. So what do you guys think? Is that trend gonna continue, or he might slide down this year? Do let me know in the comments below, and hit the thumbs up button if you liked the video, and smash the subscribe button if you wanna come back for more. Thanks for watching.